And first at 5, millions of dollars are going back to the Portland Police Bureau. This afternoon, Portland City Council voted unanimously to spend a big chunk of the city's extra revenue to hire more police officers and get them body cameras. But the city also plans to spend some of the money on the homeless crisis. Mike Benner has details live from the newsroom. Mike.
Well, Laurel, this afternoon City Council meeting lasted only an hour. All 5 yes votes coming down in that short amount of time. But make no mistake about it, city commissioners have been thinking about this for a long time. In fact, Joanne Hardesty said she was thinking about this late into last night. Not a huge surprise considering hundreds of people testified virtually or by sending in written statements. Commissioners had a lot to consider. In the end, they voted in favor of a large investment in the houseless community. The money will fund more shelter beds, more outreach workers, and more cleanup. We'll also see an investment in public safety. Millions of dollars will go towards equipping Portland police officers with body-worn cameras, not to mention hiring 100 unarmed community safety specialists and 200 police officers. Listen to what Commissioner Hardesty said about that.
If we started hiring police officers today, it would be 3 years before the first one hit the street. It is dishonest for us to say we are voting for 200 police officers. We are not. It is dishonest.
It's not perfect, but it does represent some progress on some important goals. Specifically, the investments we make today will make Portland safer. The investments we make today will help house the homeless. The investments we make today will help clean up the trash and graffiti that have accumulated on Portland streets during the COVID era.
All right, as far as reaction to this new updated budget, we are starting to see some reaction trickle in, at least a little. Police Chief Chuck Lavelle took to Twitter to thank City Council for its willingness to provide the Police Bureau with additional resources to address critical staffing needs and better meet community expectations. Back to you.
Thank you, Mike. Breaking news now. The man wanted for shooting at a sheriff's deputy in Wasco County is now in custody. Officers arrested Logan Cantwell. You see him here. He was in Skamania County today. He was spotted yesterday in Multnomah County in the Corbett area. The sheriff's office said he was trying to steal a car. Cantwell has been on the run since Saturday. The Wasco County District Attorney told us Cantwell was being chased on Highway 97 near Shannico. That's when he got out and started shooting at the deputy's car. He allegedly hit the driver's side windshield multiple times. A Little League organization based in Troutdale is feeling the effects of vandals, and it's not the first time. In fact, Reynolds East County Little League has been hit several times in the past 6 months. But what they just discovered is the worst yet. There is graffiti everywhere. The vandals also broke into equipment lockups and broke or stole tools. And they ruined other expensive supplies used to keep the ball fields in shape. They also stole security cameras that weren't even working because of vandalism 2 weeks ago.
We have to cover up all the graffiti, we have to pick up all their garbage, and then we got to take about $7,000 we don't have in our bank account and replace the cameras and the equipment that they broke and took from us.
If you can help them recover, we have information at kgw.com. More challenges for the Reynolds School District regarding COVID. Reynolds Middle School is now going back to remote learning for 2 weeks. But the reason is not a COVID outbreak. Catherine Cook is live in Fairview to explain. Catherine?
Laurel, at first parents were suspicious, but district officials assured me this is indeed not because of a COVID outbreak. However, it is COVID related. They say several students are having a really hard time with in-person learning. They're not adjusting well to COVID protocols and lack the socialization skills needed to be around other kids. It's so bad. There have actually been fights and outbursts that the district officials tell me are disrupting learning. So their plan is to take the next 2 weeks to create better safety protocols and plans to help kids who are struggling emotionally and socially. They're asking parents to please be patient with them and to know that it's for the best for students and staff. I spoke with a mental health family therapist who disagrees because she cares for students at the school. She asked us that we not show her face.
I hope that they're able to make meaningful changes during that pause. Obviously, I don't think that having students not around each other is going to fix the situation that was created by having students not around each other.
Remote learning starts Monday, but students will have tomorrow and Friday off so the teachers can prepare. Back to you.
Thank you, Catherine Cook, live in Fairview for us tonight. In Grants Pass now, emotions are getting heated after a controversial decision by the school board. Hundreds of students walked out of class earlier this week in protest after the school board reinstated 2 employees who'd been fired. They were fired for promoting the transphobic I Resolve movement. That's an organization that pushes education leaders to adopt anti-trans policies around bathrooms, pronouns, and names. Students say reinstating the employees hurts transgender and other LGBTQ students.
Wanted to give these students that felt like they didn't have a voice and they didn't feel safe in the school, you wanted them to feel this support. And if they're coming out here being surrounded by hundreds of other students, I really think people are coming out of this with a positive mentality.
During the walkout, counter-protesters showed up and people started fighting, including both students and adults. Police arrested 2 students and an adult. Multnomah County wants to know what you think of plans for the new Burnside Bridge. We're still about 10 years away from completion, but some recent changes in the design cut about $150 million off the cost. A major topic of discussion has to do with the number of lanes and the space for bikes and pedestrians. Chris McGinnis explains how you can weigh in.
So it seemed like a justifiable trade-off to have a slightly narrower bridge to get a bridge that could be built within the next 10 years.
A community task force has spent months looking for ways to trim the cost of a new earthquake-ready Burnside Bridge, changing the design on the west approach and selecting a bascule-style opening like the current bridge were good starts to cost-cutting. But narrowing the bridge width and taking space from all road users is by far the most cost-saving measure. It's also the most controversial. It would mean space originally reserved for cyclists and pedestrians would be cut several feet on each side, and the bridge would have 4 traffic lanes instead of 5.
I just think we need to be, not short-sighted by saving $140 million now.
Task Force member Bill Burgel argues Portland will need every inch to recover from the big one. A major Cascadia subduction zone earthquake, experts say, is long overdue and will do catastrophic damage to Portland's aging infrastructure.
The purpose of the bridge is to have a bridge that is still standing after the earthquake.
Another issue? How to make the bridge accessible to all. Portland City Council has tentatively approved $20,000 to study adding a ramp to the bridge from the East Bank Esplanade. The current plan has an elevator. Council members suggested some additional East Bank improvement near the bridge may actually help secure federal funding.
You're only going to have the one bridge to help rebuild Portland.
Now, you have an opportunity to weigh in on these concerns. An online open house and survey is live on Multnomah County's website. Design options are shown, cost-saving measures explained, and the very first question is, do you think that removing a vehicle lane makes sense? You have until December 14th to chime in on this phase of design. Chris McGinnis, KGW News.